Difference. Right now, Texans are deciding the fate of two potential constitutional amendments, actually 17 potential constitutional amendments, but two that are so weird and innocuous sounding and vague and broad that I just had to kind of think about it for a minute, and maybe you'll want to too. So these are propositions 15 and 16, and respectively, they would codify a parent's right to be their primary caregiver and decision maker for their children, and would codify that non-citizens cannot vote in elections in Texas. And if you're wondering, are those existing open legal loopholes here in Texas? No, they are not. So your next question might be, why do we need to codify them then? Well, on the parental rights thing, I've heard an argument that that only exists in case law, right? In the legal precedent, but it's not written down in a law, right? So that's part of the argument. And along with that, the same with the non-citizen voting. I almost said immigrant. I almost gave away what they're trying to do. But anyway, the other thing with the non-citizen voting, I mean, I think it's like the argument is like maybe in the future people will want to change this, and we don't want them to do that. Which um, I find that to be undemocratic, small d democratic, quite frankly. The same way I don't think I should be able to decide what happens to people who live in Maine, unless we're talking about our shared federal government. But I don't vote on the Maine Constitution, and they don't vote on ours. In the same way, I think people in the future should not be shackled to my point of view and the world I exist in. So much of our politics today is troubled by the fact that we cannot break away from the perceptions we have of a world that kind of doesn't exist anymore, a constitution that was written for a world that doesn't exist anymore. And every other constitution that was written after the US, by the way, has been revised at least once, and ours hasn't, which is insane. But that's neither here nor there. So I think these are both part of a larger political project. One, to make you scared of immigrants and non citizens. And we see that everywhere right now. Just look around, look through the headlines, you'll see it. Somebody's trying to make you afraid of immigrants and foreigners. And then also to make you be suspicious of public schools. Why are they failing so much? Why are they mismanaging all our tax dollars? Are they teaching my kid how to read, or that gay people exist? Like whatever we're supposed to be afraid of there. I think this, along with vouchers and defunding public schools, state takeovers of big school districts that they say are failing. I think this is all part of a scheme, a propaganda move to rile people against immigrants and against public schools, because the party in power doesn't like those things, but the party in power knows that their opinions are not popular. That's why they gerrymander, by the way. But let me know what you think. What's your opinion? Is it popular? All right, well, let me know, and have a great weekend. Thanks, y'all.